and this time I am reacting to a basketball video. So, uh, you can say I am taking a short break from football videos, and the reason is I felt like checking out some basketball stuff because of um the basketball season starts maybe next month, and I'm planning to get NBA 2K23, and it is all about Michael Jordan there. Well, the rule set and all that, the flow of the game. Anyway, so I have always wondered how good or how great were Michael Jordan during his Wizards years. And there's a video here where YouTuber is Young Gala, and he have found clips of NBA legends and players talking about or explaining how underrated uh, Wizards Michael Jordan was. So let's hear it. All right, let's. That is too high. Do that. Okay. So let's go with 1080p. Let's go.
That's because people absurd expectation on him to play like
Okay,
he
I
did
need
with the
to
Bulls.
start from the beginning.
To the NBA world. We tried to forget Michael Jordan years with the Wizards because it was not the Jordan we were used to seeing in Chicago. But when you take a deep look into those 2 years with the Wizards, he was underrated. And I know that
when you think about it, the era has already started to change, and Michael Jordan, maybe it took a bit longer to adjust to it, but as far as well, whenever he managed to basically get into the system, you can say, of that era where it started to change a bit. Yeah, he started to rack up points and all. Alright.
it's so abnormal to say Michael Jordan was underrated, but that's because people put absurd expectations on him to play like how he did with the Bulls. And Jordan, before his knee injury, in the
he just
2001-02
the
season,
ball
led his team in
behind
scoring with 22.9 points per game and was an MVP candidate. The Wizards were in playoff contention. Just think about that.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan would have willed this
He got the Wizards
man into the playoffs. And I almost
to
forgot to mention
the
he had
playoffs.
7 40-point games and 1 50-point game. He also played a full season as a 40-year-old. So we're gonna listen to legends and players talk about how underrated.
Yeah, I think Kobe did that
and
too.
what it was like playing with or against Michael Jordan in his last 2 seasons. So enjoy the video, man.
Well, like I tell people, Michael was fun. He had a unique personality.
Great to be around.
Great to be around. Like when I was on the basketball court at times with him, he would
Rip
show me
Hamilton.
the whole medium range game. Like he would dribble.
Maybe he is a former player.
Get that in your game. That's the hardest play in the game of basketball to guard.
Yes, sir.
But then there was also another side where it was the talking trash Michael Jordan. And at times, me and a couple of the young guys would come up to him and say, "Hey, Mike, why don't you think about putting us in the Brand Jordan collection?"
Right.
And he'd look at me and say, "Hey, Rip, my sneakers for all stars."
Oh.
that time.
Damn, that is that is such a savage quote. For example, he is young in the league then, and like, come on.
Like, really? And then my other young fella, I don't want to say his name, and he would say, hey, Mike, what about me? Put me in your sneaker. And then he'll say, your game is not to the liking for my sneakers.
Not good enough for
Not
my
good enough for
Your
my
game
sneakers.
don't fit my sneakers.
So,
Damn.
but that was the whole big talking trash with Mike. So you just had to have thick skin with him. And I told him,
Oh my
How
god.
did you feel when you went home that day?
you know what? I went home, I looked myself in the mirror, and I said, Rip, we're gonna be all right.
Right.
Because I'm gonna come back to MJ, and I did.
Man.
After I made the All-Star team.
Are
I
you
came
serious?
back to him and I said, hey, M, now
Jeez.
I'm an All-Star. Now you gotta put me
Look,
in that sneaker.
man.
Now you gotta pay me the big bucks. And
I'm just glad that the guy he said his game don't fit my sneakers.
Oh my
The
goodness.
question mark out.
Right?
Oh man.
Right?
Get back to the Wizards.
Oh yeah.
And at that point, it was a whole different game.
Clark Kent.
Turn it to
Well, that that is savage of him. To well, savage is such a yeah. But he is such a what should I say? Well, I don't know what happened to the guy later on, if he finally got the chance to play in the shoes, but meh. Who's next?
You at least got a chance. You know, when he's Superman and Black Cat, you ain't have a chance. But now as a member of the Wizards, I can at least get a little, get a little something.
Okay, yeah, they think they have a chance against them now.
Where players can play a lot longer because the game isn't as physical. The advancements of medicine have truly helped.
Wow.
The
He still could jump
something that now rest and health
pretty well.
Michael Jordan was 40 years old, playing for the Wizards, played 82 games. Yeah,
82 games! And 82 games! As a 40-year-old. Wow. That is... that is something else.
Before we take a break.
So Jordan, I'm playing in Orlando. It's his last year. We play them in Orlando first, and I'm blocking his shot. Like, I'm locking him up. Like, I'm doing my thing again. I blocked his shot like 3 or 4 times.
Oh no.
Like, I'm
He
having my way
starts
against
to
him
get
defensively. Now, granted,
confident.
he's 40 years old, but I'm feeling good about myself. So fast forward a month later, we're in D.C. My ankle, we go to a doctor in Baltimore, and basically he tells me I'm done. Like, my ankle's, once again, it's not healed, it's broken, I have to have surgery. But I wanted to play against Jordan one last time. And so we're playing the Wizards. It's a TNT game.
Wait,
Thursday
don't you
night.
want to go out where you dominate him and you're blocking his
I'm
shots?
just thinking, my ego. Like, I'm thinking, like,
okay.
I had him the last game. I don't need this left ankle.
Oh,
Just
no.
give me some.
I only need one
Motrin.
ankle.
Give me
Oh,
Motrin,
no.
Motrin,
Oh,
Motrin
no.
here. And
This
when
is-
I tell you, he torched me in that first quarter.
Ugh.
Literally, he gave me 20 points in the first quarter on the same play. Like, he just ran the same play every time.
Wow.
And did this, like, and I could not guard him. And so, literally, I checked out of the game at the end of the first quarter. And I didn't even go to the bed. I just walked back to the locker room. Like,
Oh,
surgery, like, a couple days
he
later.
had to be
It was like, I wanted
so
to guard Jordan
mad.
one last time. And you're right, I shouldn't have. I should have just let that go.
Did he know you were a wounded
He
animal?
probably did, because he went at me
And he didn't
the
care.
same move. Like, it wasn't, he didn't do anything different. It was the same move, and I had nothing for him.
Jordan probably had your x-rays in the locker room.
probably
He
did.
probably knew exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't send somebody for me to come back out.
22 years.
Man.
I can proudly say
Oh,
I
Vince
got the
Carter?
opportunity to play against Michael Jordan.
That's awesome. I saw Vince Carter's last season. When he played for Hawk. He still could dunk And that was amazing. A former winner of the dunk contest. Man. Oh. To see him dunk again, I was like, whoa.
Michael Jordan is just starting to heat up. And it was just obviously nothing short of an amazing and an opportunity that a lot of players in today's game can't see.
Creating
his
space.
impact on the game, his impact on players today and the players of the past is well documented. My story about MJ goes back to All-Star in Atlanta. Leading vote getter, and I gave my starting position to MJ, which he declined multiple times throughout the day. So we go on and he accepts the starting position.
It will be Michael starting in place of Vince Carter.
He goes on and hits his historic fadeaway.
Oh.
And Michael has the ball.
Anytime that All-Star game is played on TV or talked about, that speaks to me because it was just historic in my mind, historic for all the fans who are watching to see MJ do his thing one more time in an All-Star game.
I'm not that good on the technique.
Cigar comes out, it's like he's already lighting the victory cigar before the competition. I had a chance to play against Michael Jordan, but it was when he had the Wizards uniform on, so it wasn't quite prime Michael Jordan. It was 40-year-old Michael Jordan.
Doesn't matter. Oh.
I remember he still was a phenomenal athlete. He still had great footwork, and he actually gave me about 30 points.
Oh.
So it was like my third year in the league, and he was still.
I'm sorry for yawning.
In the game at the time.
Was it trash talking?
Yeah, he trash talked a little bit. You know, I remember hitting the fadeaway, telling me you can't get to
Man, what do you expect? It's Jordan.
You know,
just sliding.
Chicago and
man.
guys played against each other in pickup games in the summer, and you know him and Antoine Walker really went at each other quite a bit. Antoine, he's one of the best trash talkers that ever played the game, but I think that game he wished he had just not said anything.
And I'll tell you an interesting story about the greatness of Michael Jordan. When I was coaching in Washington, we played the Indiana Pacers, and we were 25 at the end of the third quarter.
It's his
and I took Michael out
former
and I said,
coach.
"Look, Michael, I know you think we can still win this game, but we got to play, you know, in 2 nights, and if we make a little run, I'll put you back in the game." Well, we didn't. Well, I found out that after the game was over, that he had 8 points in the game, and he broke a streak of like 860-something games in double figures. And so the media was on, you know, how do you think Michael's going to be with this? You know, I said, you know, look, Michael's got championship rings, he's got gold medals, he's got NCAA championships, he's got MVPs. He's not going to care about the 8 points. So he met with the media and agreed. You know, that bus is lonely as a coach when you're sitting there after you've got your head handed to you. So I was sitting on the bus, and actually Michael had hired me. He was the part owner and president GM, hired me to play. I'll never forget this moment ever as a coach. This to me was greatness.
Best coming, what he says now, that coming from Michael Jordan, who was his boss.
He got on the bus and he said, "Scoot over." And he looked at me and he said, "Do you think I can still play?" And I said, "Absolutely. That's why I'm here, to be here to help you." He said, "You know, to be my coach, you have to believe in me and believe I can still play." And I said, "Michael, I believe in you." He said, "You did the right thing tonight. You did the right thing tonight. I don't care about the points, but I needed to know that you believe in me." Fast forward, we get on the plane. He has a few cocktails, smokes a couple cigars, all the things you're not supposed to do. We get back about 3:30 in the morning in Washington. At 7:30 that morning, he's down in the fitness room with Tim Grover, working out like you can't believe. Now, he's 41 years old.
That is
we played
dedication.
the next night.
Oh my God.
And Michael scores the first 3 times.
Doing that at 40.
Byron Scott takes a timeout. And Michael comes over and says, I want the ball right there the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, I have heard this.
And so that's fine by me. So with 2 minutes to go in the game, he gives me the sign like, that's enough. I take him out of the game. He walks over to the bench. I said, like, Michael, like, what happened tonight? He said, well, the guy who was guarding me was told me his back was hurting. Don't ever tell me you got a problem. He said, I'll make you pay for that. 51 points later. 51 points at age 41.
Oh my God, 51 at 40.
And he looked at me and he said, I told you I could still play. 97 points. I mean, Mike, I was absolutely blown away.
And that was a span of
his mind,
2 games?
How strong it was. I mean, he was playing on one leg. I mean, he cut his finger, with doing a cigar. He had his finger was bent. He had a bad knee.
Ouch.
Competitive will and great. I've never seen anything like it. But that moment when he looked at me and asked me if I still believed in him, I said, "This is the greatest player to play the game, wanting to know if I still believed in him."
That is crazy.
I'll never ever forget.
So most guys kept.
I am kind of stunned on. Yeah. Of course, every player wants the coach to believe in them, even if they are Michael Jordan. Like, what is the reason you are playing me? Do you believe I can still do it? Or do you just do it because you are the player? But yeah, he wanted is an what do you call it? Assurances or whatever. He wanted to make sure that he really trusts him. Then, okay, let's go. Let's get back into the gym and work. Wow.
PG with MJ. We did have Byron Russell on the team, and he would consistently try and challenge MJ in practice, but it was like MJ was just so much better than him, man. It got to the point where it was embarrassing because he would talk to MJ, and then MJ would just turn it up, and he'd be on one, and he would just be cooking on it. Like I remember one practice, like he told, like after hitting the game-winning shot on Byron Russell, he said, "Man, stop trying to guard me, man. You're known as the human highlight reel, not because you have any highlights of your own, but because you think mine." I mean, I'm just like, oh, that's just so hurtful because he said so many game winners on Byron Russell. So the same boy, please shut your mouth.
All right, last one. What were you thinking?
Man, I don't know who that guy was, but yeah, that sucks to hear.
MJ, 2002, game on the line, and you got the assignment to guard Jordan.
Oh no.
I'm D'ing that man up the best way I can. Look, I'm all over
Sean Marion.
That was great defense. He said a better offense.
Man, how you let 40-year-old Jordan hit the game winner on you, Matrix? Come on, man.
Dude, I'm not here for the Wizards Jordan slander.
Listen, Paul, you trying to take shots like he hit someone y'all part for too.
Oh my God.
So listen,
he got you too.
That post move is
38, so I'm not
killer.
By the way, Sean, during the Last Dance, there was Michael Jordan with the Bulls, and then there was all this Jordan Wizard slander. He was good with the Wizards. He had a terrible team around him for big sections, but come on. He was still a threat back then. Don't be ashamed he scored on you. Come on, Paul.
He got me, so I can't complain.
I mean, he hit the game winner. He hit the game winner, but he hit the game go ahead basket in the All-Star game, my first All-Star game. But then Kobe
his fadeaway is amazing.
That was a $20,000 fine right there. I remember that.
He didn't create the fadeaway, but he perfected it.
Jordan stands out because it was his last one, but Mariah Carey
Sean
stands out
Mary.
in that dress.
Yes.
It's just a basketball city.
Oh, Allen Iverson. This one is nice. I saw a highlight once where he played against Jordan and Iverson did a crossover on Michael Jordan. Basically, that is what elevated him. That move.
Period. You know, but the greatest player in the world to come through here for his last game, I mean, I knew people would treat him like they did.
The fourth quarter ovation lasted more than 2 minutes, and it turned out to be the signature moment of an historic night.
The last game.
It hits me that I'm not going to be in a uniform anymore. So, and that's not a terrible feeling. You know,
I wonder how much later he took care of or took over Charlotte Bobcats or something. Well, Charlotte Hornets, Bobcats, whatever they were named back then. I do know they went from a name change.
It's not terrible. It's something that I've come to grips with, and it's time.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me your favorite game when Michael Jordan played with the Wizards. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and show love to the YG gang. And I'm out.
Well, what game would that be? I haven't really watched the full game, but if I were to say something, I probably would say the All-Star game when he matched up versus Kobe again. That was kind of fun to see, I think. Yeah, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Anyway, that was my reaction to his NBA legends and players, explaining how underrated Wizards Michael Jordan was. Anyway, if you guys like this, do me a favor and go ahead and click like on this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and to the creator of this video, Young Gala, shout out to you, man. Rock on. Yeah. Anyway, have an awesome day, night, evening, whatever, wherever you're from. Take care. No, take care. Take care. What the... Anyway.